Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I'm Star. The message I heard is "We too wide, worldwide." The scripture comes from First Chronicles 1:28. The sons of Abraham, Isaac, and Ishmael. Baby, God said that He can build an entire society off two people, off of the backs of two people, off of the strength of two people. Two people. He can have two people go out, find wives, and create. Well, that's four people. He can have these four people go out, find, you know what I'm saying, and create. And I just feel like God has said, God is saying that He has created every single person that is around the world. So it's not a situation where anybody can say that something or someone does not belong to Him. And you know what I'm saying? It's mind boggling. I just feel when someone feels like they are able to point out and say, I believe this person does not belong to God, and they don't belong to God because I don't like the way they're dressed. I don't like the way they talk. I don't like their nails are too long. Their hair is too long, or their hair is the color that I don't believe that they should have their hair, and I don't believe that they should wear that kind of dress. I don't believe they should be built that way. Oh, regardless to if, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like there are too many people that are always pointing a finger and trying to say who is and who isn't. God said He have children worldwide of all shades of origin, all colors, all creeds, all, you know what I'm saying? Like God said, all of the creation is His. He said, all of you are mine. So it's nobody can, get on top of their little milk crate and feel like they can say, you know what, I don't think the people from this country, they not really God's children. How you gonna say that? You don't know. And the main people that be fixing their mouth to say stuff like this ain't never stepped foot in a church in the country that they talking about. But they have so much hate built up for those people that they would say something so, you know what I'm saying, blasphemous, as to say that a whole country could not possibly know God, that not one person, God has not touched not one person there. That's crazy. It is. Anywho, that's the message. I don't know what this is a reaction to, but I just feel like God said everybody, all the kids is His. Every country is His. Every island, you know what I'm saying? All of it. God created this entire world. So to actually sit down and think to yourself that an entire country, continent, or whatever, or side of the world could not possibly have God anywhere there, it is nonsense. And that's just what it is. That's just like when people try to put a certain stereotype on a certain group. Because I know, as being a person that is a part of a group that gets stereotyped so much, it is very annoying. It is. But you know what I'm saying? I just feel like when it comes down to it, God is saying, see, it's one thing to be the person that's being stereotyped about. What can you do? And except just be yourself, you know what I'm saying? And if you don't fit into the stereotype, if you do, you know what I'm saying? That's just like me and my natural body, and how it's so frustrating that now my natural body is stereotyped. It's frustrating. It's annoying. It's annoying for something that, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like, and that's just what it is. But what can I do? I can do nothing. So it is what it is, except complain. And that's it. Okay? And we ain't finna spend all day, every day talking about that. And because we ain't finna spend all day, every day talking about that, we just go, it is what it is, and keep it pushing. And I just feel like, for whoever this is for, God said, you know what I'm saying, if you are on the end of the person where there are people that are judging you and saying you shouldn't wear this to church, or you shouldn't dress like that, and why you wearing lashes, and why do you have long hair, and why did you color your hair, and why do you have nails, and why do you have this, and why do you have that, and just looking down on you for any and every reason, understand they have no authority when it comes to God opening them gates for you to walk in them. And if you are on the end of the spectrum where you are constantly judging somebody just because of how they dress, how they talk, how they look, how they act, or whatever it is they have going on, and assuming that they could not possibly be a child of God, God says shame on you, and understand that he will be dealing with you. Because it's one thing to call out someone that is in fact not of God, that is pretending to be of God. It is a different thing when you are trying to call out a child of God and tell them that they are not a child of God. That is like you're trying to say that a prophet, someone that is actually a prophet, that was called by God in the womb, that has been having dreams since birth, is not a prophet, and think that God is not going to come after you for that. And I'm just being real. And, just like your country, whoever this person is, your country's like your country has prophets. Other countries do too. Why would your country be the only country with prophets? Why would your country be the only country with pastors? What logic does that make? There are people all over the world. There are people that need to be spoken to and touched all over the world. Every prophet, not even online. And this is facts. There are people that just walk around all day doing stuff that God leads them to do. And that's just what it is. There are people that God had pulled to positions of power that use their power for good. But, you know what I'm saying, when you're a closed-minded person, all you think about is hate. And all you think about is what you hate and who you hate and why you hate them. And you think that no good could come from something that you hate. That's just like, you know what I'm saying, I don't like sauteed vegetables, but that doesn't mean something good cannot come from it. I'm not going to eat it, but somebody else may like it. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like when it comes down to it, this is like that's what it is. You may not want to hear their pastors preach. You may not want to hear their prophets speak. But that doesn't mean that they don't have real pastors and prophets over there. That doesn't mean they don't have any, female pastors or prophetesses or, you know what I'm saying, whatever it is. I just feel like God is saying it is not right for you to be sticking your nose so high up in the air that you think you can do no wrong. And especially, it don't matter what kind of background you feel like you got going on. It's some wrong that you did, that, you know what I'm saying, that your girl, you know what I'm saying, me personally, the way I love history, could dig up and find. So, you know what I'm saying, it's nobody that could try to tell me, you know what I'm saying, that I shouldn't be doing this, that, and the third because of my background. Let's get into yours. And I just feel like when it come down to it, God is saying, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like when it come down to it, for us to be Christians and for our goal to be to save as many people as possible, it is very unchristian-like to go about feeling as though you need to try to tear down and attack people that have been saved by the blood of God, by the blood of Jesus. You are like, it's like if somebody had lived a life of sin. I know I have. And somebody has lived a life of sin and they have done this, that, and the third, regardless if they try to hide it or not. I know I don't. And you know what I'm saying? You turn around and you see that they are living for God now, and you decide to yourself, I don't like that. I don't like that they trying to live for God. They need to go back to living for sin where they belong. Is that Christian like? I thought your goal was to save people. If your goal is to save people, you wouldn't be trying to bully, harass, and stalk and cohort somebody into going back to living a sinful life. Make it make sense. And then in the same breath, call yourself a child of God. God said this is somebody that's trying to call somebody out. And they ain't squeaky clean themselves. Even the act of them trying to call someone out and say that they need to go back to being this, that, and the third instead of you know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like if you feel as though God is showing you that somebody needs to get right with him, it would be more active, it would be more counterproductive to actually reach out to that person personally and talk to them instead of trying to put them on blast. Because we live in a world today where people think putting people on blast is the best thing to do. Parents, they putting their kids on blast. Mothers catching their kids doing this, that, and the third. They recording them, and they recording themselves beating them. They record themselves kicking them out, and they are publicly humiliating their children for life so that somebody can contact them and say that you're a good parent for doing that. This is something that used to be private. And you know what I'm saying? In reality, I just feel like the world that we live in today, it's not even smart to do something like that. Because you thinking that you going to kick your child out for a day or two and they going to be in the rough and tough and have to go to sleep in the park, you may end up never seeing that child again. Like, that is petty and it's childish. You may never end up seeing them again. The way trafficking is running high, the way, you know what I'm saying, the way these streets be, like the way these streets be looking, the way these streets really is, the way, you know, people will snatch somebody up real quick. Somebody, you know what I'm saying, get into it with anybody and they'll take them up out of here over nothing. And you think it's smart to throw your child to the wolves? The same child that you said that you was going to protect. We already talked about that, you know what I'm saying? When you decide you go lay down with somebody and you get pregnant and, you know what I'm saying, you have made a vow to God that you will protect that child. And now you just throwing the child out like trash and you are, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I just feel like some parents don't even really think about that. Don't even really think about what they're doing. It's parents that will really kick their child out over somebody that they messing around with. You'll kick your own flesh and blood out over somebody that may not even know that person in 5 years. You be cutting your eyes when you hear their name in 10 years. And you gonna kick your own flesh and blood that love you unconditionally to the curb for them. I just feel like some people be tripping. But anyways, that's the message. This is turned into a full-blown rant. But I just feel like God is saying, when it come down to it, it's not right for nobody to sit around trying to point the finger and judge nobody else for what they got going on, what they think they got going on, what they assume they got going on, just off the fact that they don't like them, and then have the audacity to fix their mouth and say that they cannot possibly be a child of God because they saw this, that, and the third. They heard this, that, and the third, and they think this, that, and the third. God said, keep your mouth closed. That's the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Deuces.